can be managed through training and education. Let us drive safe and share the road. I am Corporal 3599 Camille Johnson, reminding you that safety is everyone's responsibility.
The thought of colon cancer never really crossed my mind until 2019, when a very good friend of mine was diagnosed with stage 4 colon cancer. I was shocked. Everybody was shocked because he was a picture of perfect health. He was young, athletic, successful, and full of life. Many of us are still in disbelief. I started to question my own health because if it happened to him, surely it could happen to me. Then came the fear, the anxiety, and everything else in between. Facing your own mortality is very sobering. But for me, I decided right then to have a colonoscopy, and I'm glad I did.
Colon cancer is the third most common cancer diagnosed in Bahamian men and women. Fortunately, almost all colon cancers are preventable. A colonoscopy or some other appropriate form of colon cancer screening is recommended for everyone over the age of 45. During a colonoscopy, we can detect and remove colon polyps that may grow and later become colon cancers. Don't wait until you develop symptoms, such as blood in your stool, abdominal pain, a significant change in your bowel habits, or unintentional weight loss. These may all be indications of a severe problem that requires immediate attention. If you're over the age of 45 or have any of those symptoms, talk to your doctor about the benefits of colon cancer screening today.
First safety rule I remember is to never swim alone. Second rule, tell someone where you're going and what time you're expected to be back. Safety rule number 3, whenever you're on a boat or canoe, always carry a life jacket, when you're a weak swimmer or a strong swimmer. Safety rule number 4, don't dive into unknown waters. Safety rule number 5, parents, don't be on your cell phone when you're at the beach, pool, and with your child.
Your number one team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
And that it was so nice to get to close out twice. From all of us here in the North, and Ravico Knowles, the Bahamas Tonight continues.
Coming up in the Bahamas Tonight at 11, a chaotic advance poll day is now in the history books, and the ballots locked away until May 12th. Jamaica's former Prime Minister leads the Commonwealth Observer Group for the May 12th general elections, and the Bahamas Red Cross Society expands across the islands. Stay tuned. The Bahamas Tonight at 11 starts now. Good evening, I'm Anthea Ferguson, filling in for Corvell Pipe from tonight. Thanks for staying up with us. The ballot box is sealed and now being secured following a full day of voting ahead of the May 12th general elections. Now that the advance poll is closed, the boxes are in place at the police force's East Street headquarters. Has Assistant Police Commissioner Shivago Dames.
The polls are closed and they are ready to be escorted to police headquarters. They will be escorted to police headquarters under heavy police escort. So they will be loaded onto a bus along with the returning officer and representatives from each of the parties. Again, as I've said, we have heavy escort, armed escort, from each of the routes here to headquarters. Once they would arrive here at headquarters, we have a secure location where they will be stored. At that location, the police has access through one of the keys, and the parliamentary department have access through one of the keys. And so, again, at that location, no one person is able to access that storage facility without the other.
And now to a wrap-up of Thursday's advance poll. Voters turned out early and they turned out strong to cast their votes. And we have team coverage. We begin in Southwest New Providence, where our Desmond Saunders spoke with a number of constituents, candidates, and a former prime minister.
I'm Desmond Saunders, coming to you from the Galvantines Primary School, where there's been a steady growing stream of voters since the polls opened at 8 a.m. Now, the Galvantines Primary School is serving constituents in the St. James, Killarney, and Tall Pines areas. I can say the process has been smooth and efficient, but there were other pressing concerns.
The team is not properly set up because they're not accommodating the wheelchair people at all.
It went well. Went well. Lots of people out and anxious to vote, and that's good.
Early indications point to a strong voter turnout, with immigration, the national debt, and the country's national sovereignty top issues on the minds of voters.
Sovereignty. That's my top issue.
Immigration, honesty, fairness, and for everybody to get a fair shake.
I'm always concerned as to the numbers. You know, how much money we've borrowed, how much money we need to borrow, what's the need for potential new infrastructure.
Early in the day, the nation's leader, Prime Minister, the Honorable Philip Davis, also voted in today's advance poll. He was flanked by supporters. Meantime, Killarney, St. James, and Tall Pines candidates projecting confidence, saying their campaigns are connecting and gaining ground.
You know what? I'm very confident that our message is resonating.
Most of the plan is really derived from what we've heard from them, what they want, what they hope to see.
The results are looking very, very favorable. So we are confident that we would win.
I think that the level of unnecessary contention that has been levied today by operatives of other parties has been disappointing.
A controversial call involving a visually impaired voter at Galvantines, raising concerns about how the process was handled.
The presiding officer made a decision, which is final, and our legal team made sure to support them with the decision that was made.
Over at Anatole Rogers, another surge. Voters from Golden Isles and Southern Shores turning out in large numbers. Lines slow at times, but priority given to the elderly and disabled.
I was a little bit surprised that so many people vote in the advance poll.
I'm confident that I will come out victorious. I have worked.
I feel very confident. We've done the work.
I'm very confident in the numbers I'm seeing thus far.
I've done the work. The people in Golden Isles know Brian Brown.
Strong early turnout, signaling high engagement as voters make their voices heard ahead of the May 12th general election. Cleopatra Murphy joins us more with an update from her vantage point.
Disorganization and long lines led to hours-long waits for residents hoping to cast their ballots at the C.V. Bethel Senior High School Thursday morning.
It is chaotic. No organization, wait time. It's like totally unnecessary, because I feel that for seniors, there should be a clear line. For disabled persons, there should be a clear line. And for the general public, there should be signs. There should be an orderly queue to come into this place.
Shermaine Kelly had been in line more than 2 hours, one of hundreds waiting in line, frustrated with the process. Free National Movement Chairman Dr. Dwayne Sands, the party's candidate for Bamboo, calls it disastrous.
Bamboo Town has some 1,200 people on the advance poll, but they got one room. So imagine how long people have to wait in order to vote. So some people suck their teeth and go home, okay? So piss poor planning leads to bad performance. And this is piss poor planning.
That frustration extended all around, with PLP candidate for Pinewood Miles Laroda adding that his own constituency had one polling room, with voters lamenting the slow-moving lines.
There have been some challenges of potential voters, which is the right of any party if they feel that somebody's not entitled. But other than that, you know, this is democracy, and sometimes these things happen.
Returning Officer LaShanta Fowler says the Parliamentary Registration Department had decided on polling divisions beforehand, but by the time they received the register, there were additional names, and with one polling station allotted for Bamboo and Pinewood, it led to the long lines. Add to that, she says the advance poll register expanded to include poll workers and others who wanted to vote early.
The lines are moving, sometimes 2, elderly persons to one. And sometimes when we see there's a little lull with the elderly and the incapacitated, we'll take one of them and two of the other persons on the normal line.
Overall coordinating returning officer Marco Roll also noted the marked increase in seniors, many wheelchair-bound contributing to the long wait. Another issue was the absence of some names on the advance poll, something the department moved to address.
Some of them would have received their receipt, but their names might not have made the register for the advance poll, which is unfortunate. But if that voter has in his or her possession the receipt with the L form and their name can be found on the permanent register, then the instruction is for them to be allowed to vote.
Roll says all party agents agreed rather than deny voters. He adds that officials do intend to learn from the situation to have a smoother process on May 12th. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Cleopatra Murphy.
Over in the east, a distressing scene at Thelma Gibson Primary School where several elderly voters were overcome by heat and exhaustion while waiting to cast their ballots in today's advance poll. Aladon Davis has that angle.
The atmosphere at the Yamacraw polling station took a disturbing turn today as an elderly man who had been waiting in scorching heat and lengthy lines since 6 a.m. for the advance poll collapsed before he could cast his ballot at the Thelma Gibson Primary School. The incident sparked immediate concern as 3 other elderly women also reportedly fell ill under similar conditions. Former Yamacraw Member of Parliament Ellsworth Johnson is urging authorities to take urgent action to protect vulnerable voters.
This process is supposed to be smooth because you have invited the elderly, persons who are differently able, persons who have different health challenges, members from the security forces to come and participate in this process. And what I saw here this morning, not my words, but persons who are on the line, they cannot believe that a country of our significance and prominence would organize something like this.
A few elderly and disabled persons we spoke to say more facilities must be put in place to ensure a smoother voting process.
It's frustrating for the mere fact that they should have more classrooms open to accommodate the disabled person. Everybody is congregated up together and it's not making any sense.
Somebody should have been thinking about the 20,000 persons who were eligible for the advance poll, and they should have made provision as if it was a regular day. That hasn't been done.
We've been here from 10 o'clock this morning. My husband just left. He has not been able to vote because they keep moving people in front, taking people from this side, taking people from that side. And this is unacceptable, that you have to be here for 4 or 5 hours.
PLP candidate Zane Lightbourne says a special report will be prepared and submitted to the Parliamentary Registration Department to prevent a reoccurrence of today's incidents ahead of the May 12th general election.
The entire process we just would have to look at and revisit, particularly disabled and elderly persons, and the time it takes for them to vote. Of course, we didn't anticipate that the space would have been this congested, but with the increased number of voters this year, especially in advance poll, we're going to ask that all of these checks be made before May 12th because we don't want people to be discouraged, have to leave, come back.
Now all the elderly individuals received prompt medical attention, and officials say they are working to iron out any issues ahead of Election Day. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm LaDawn Davis.
Well, Police Commissioner Shanta Knowles telling ZNS News at the Yamacraw Advance polling site that her team has been canvassing the polling centers to ensure law and order. She says despite doing those duties, there were some instances where the police had to intervene.
Our first stop was at the Kendall G.L. Isaacs gym, where we had 3 constituencies. It was a little chaotic at first, but we were able to bring some calm to that situation by opening 2 other doors because they were using just one entrance for the 3 constituencies. And so before we left that area, we saw that there was much more. It was a much more peaceful atmosphere.
Well, former Prime Minister of Jamaica, Bruce Golding, appointed to lead the Commonwealth Observer Group for the Bahamas' May 12th general elections. Golding and his team will be supported by the Commonwealth Secretariat. The group, slated to arrive in the capital Monday, May 4th, will observe all aspects of the electoral process and assess whether the elections are being conducted in line with democratic standards and commitments as upheld by the Commonwealth of Nations. The Observer Group is expected to issue an arrival statement outlining explain its mandate and methodology for the mission. Well, still to come, Red Cross Month activities revealed. You're watching the Bahamas tonight at 11. More news in a moment.
Step into a life of luxury and convenience with the Commonwealth Bank Platinum Card. From earning premium cashback rewards on every dollar spent to enjoying comprehensive travel insurance, shop with confidence, knowing your purchases are protected. Our Platinum Concierge service turns your requests into reality, wherever life takes you. Let the Commonwealth Bank Platinum Card be your passport to exceptional experiences. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Like, what you grabbing all these pizzas, boy?
Wait, Marcos, wait. We have a special on all the large one-topping pizzas, wait.
Pineapple.
All.
Barbecue.
All. Hey, that included, but.
I need the $10 special plate. How many would you like? 20 in it. Thank you so much, man. $10, that's it? The Marcos got that deal, but...
The world is changing. It's bringing new challenges, but also new opportunities. The truth is, our economy always left too many Bahamians out. Now we're opening new doors in agriculture, tourism, energy, entrepreneurship, providing grants, scholarships, national service, and upskilling. A new generation is rising, and we're finally moving in the right direction, building an economy that includes everyone.
The Atlantis family in mourning tonight following the tragic death of one of its employees. Based on what a Paradise Island hotel security officer shared with police, the 64-year-old victim was in a golf cart traveling south near a water plant when two employees reportedly attempted to signal him to stop. Unfortunately, he could not hear them, possibly due to the cart's noise. According to police, as efforts were made to get his attention, an internal membrane from a pipe reportedly discharged and struck the man in the head. He was rushed to hospital, however, he died soon after. Atlantis issuing a statement noting that they're in contact with the victim's family and are doing everything to support them during this incredibly difficult time. And the Bahamas Red Cross Society proudly announcing the start of Red Cross Month, which kicks off tomorrow, May 1st. Officials from the local body said they're prepping to host a series of events, activities, and initiatives to mark the special month. Chief among them, their Family Island Development Strategy. Bahamas Red Cross Society President Edison Sumner says the idea is to reestablish branches on family islands where there once existed or create that presence for islands where there was none.
It is my ambition and the ambition of the Bahamas Red Cross Society that by the end of June this year, all of our family islands would be inline and online as now being revitalized and re-energized branches, right? We've already done this with 5 islands or so far, I think. We've got several islands left to go, and we have a very aggressive agenda to have this done by June.
Cross executive believes presence on these islands significantly improves disaster response and community engagement. Red Cross Day will be observed on May 8th, and on May 9th, the organization will host its 3rd annual Health and Fitness Fair.
But this event is very important for us. It's important because it helps us in several ways. One, it assists us in raising funds for the Red Cross, and the funds that are raised from this event will be used to assist us in our disaster management strategies as we are now approaching another Atlantic hurricane season. It will also assist us in our various other programs of the Red Cross, including our social welfare programs and supporting our Family Island development programs.
And Amajal Knowles has a look at what's coming up in sports.
GSSA baseball for boys and softball for girl playoffs officially underway. Details of that story and more coming up in sports.
Are you better off today? Brave Davis and his cronies are. Extravagant taxpayer-funded trips, a luxury car for Philip, and hundreds of millions in no-bid contracts for their allies. But for us, gas and groceries through the roof, fat on bread basket items, healthcare broken and unaffordable, and illegal immigrants flooding our communities. While Brave Davis and his cronies keep getting ahead, we pay the price. Under the F&M, that changes, because their job is to work for you.
Throughout our lifetime, we must all make decisions. No matter how we choose, the right one just needs to be made. Like having J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers as your insurance partner. We've been serving the Bahamas for over 100 years. Whether you need home, motor, marine, or commercial insurance, make the right decision. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
JS Johnson Insurance. Peace of mind.
When bold flavor meets crispy perfection, something deliciously unexpected happens. Say hello to Wendy's new Italian chicken sandwich. Juicy chicken topped with Italian seasoned tomatoes, melty mozzarella, and a zesty mayo spread that'll have you saying, Bellissimo! It's the chicken you crave with a zesty twist you didn't see coming. Always imitated, never duplicated. Gotta be Wendy's.
A lot of our young men and women, they look forward to being around the game of basketball so much because a lot of their community is infested with crime and violence. It's always been a passion of mine to make sure I channel these young men and women in the right direction through sports. Basketball and being in this environment is a safe haven for them in terms of what they need to do to get out. You have leadership conference to help these young men and women to understand the importance of making the right choice. I tell all of my athletes, when you go to school, help yourself. Stay focused. Use basketball. Don't let basketball use you. I love the game. The game has been good to me, and I just want to give back to the young people who have opportunity so the game can be good to them. Crime-free looks like me.
Do your part. Join the movement to a safer Bahamas.
Welcome to Thursday Sports Check, everyone. I'm Amajal Knowles, topping sports. The GGSA softball for girls and baseball for boys playoffs swing into action at the Blue Hill Sporting Complex on Wednesday afternoon, and play getting off to a fiery start with a lot of exciting games and ones that would go down to the wire. CB Bethel Senior Girls, they would secure the win over GHS, taking them down 11-5. And on the senior boys side, it would be the Stingrays again dominating CI Gibson with a score of 11-2. For the girls, they would move closer, securing a fourth straight title.
I feel real good about these girls because we practiced yesterday and we go on through some strategy because we want to use something differently against GHS. Apparently they beat us in the regular season 5-4. So right then I know I had a good opportunity to beat GHS.
I feel very proud of these boys. It's been a long season. We had to really battle these other teams, give our best effort, and just come up with an attitude of excellence.
On the junior boys side, it would be the HO Nash Lions taking down the CG's Raptors 10-3. HO again coming up victorious on the junior girls side, taking down Anatole Rogers 12-9.
We're feeling confident. The boys played pretty well today. Minimum errors, and we really swung our bats, and we got on base, and we scored today. So they played very well today. We're feeling confident.
The championship series will swing off tomorrow at the Blue Hill Sporting Complex. From the NBA playoffs, DeAndre Ayton posting 18 points, 17 rebounds, and 2 blocks in 38 minutes during Wednesday's 99-93 loss to Houston in Game 5 of the first round of the Western Conference playoffs. 17 boards were a series and season high for Ayton. It represented his best performance on the glass since February 13th when he ripped down 20 in a win against Portland. In the first round so far, Ayton is averaging 12 points and just under 10 boards. He looked to come up big again for LA in Game 6 on Friday.
Getting ready to do it again and be consistent ain't a problem for me right now. It's postseason, and it's really no slacking at all. Just showing effort and showing up, for the playoffs. To me, it feels like going on. That's how every game feels. Me, I'm on a whole different mission as well, not only winning games for the Lakers, but, just trying to change the whole narrative of who I am, just trying to, put this place on that I am. I love this game, and I am a two-way player.
The Bahamas Football Association recently hosting a women's football development workshop at the Malcolm Park Beach soccer facility, bringing together club leaders, coaches, and key stakeholders committed to advancing the women's game in the Bahamas. The workshop was facilitated by FIFA and high-performance specialist and talent development lead Margaret Kratz. Participants included several leading clubs along with parents and BFA officials as well. They hope to create a collaborative space for open dialogue and shared solutions. Equestrian Bahamas Youth Squad members Caitlin Russell and Kelsey Pyfrom delivering solid performances and top placings at the Grand Copa Equestrian event in Puerto Rico. Riding under the guidance of Coach Rayshawn Birch, the pair achieved 3 top 10 finishes. Russell and Pyfrom were among more than 80 riders from Puerto Rico, Guatemala, Costa Rica, Suriname, United States, and of course the Bahamas competing at the event. And that's been a look at your sports on this Thursday. I'm Amajal Knowles signing out until tomorrow.
The F&M can't agree on anything except attacking everything started by the PLP. Now he's calling for a reset, but it's stop, review, and cancel again. New airports, school breakfast, upskill, the National Youth Guard, energy reforms. This crew would roll back progress. The FNM, not strong enough to lead us forward, but petty enough to drag us back.
Welcome to What's Trending. Join me, Jiminita Swain.
And me, The Bahama Beauty, Monday through Thursday at 6 p.m.
Only on the ZNS Network.
Hi, I'm Desmond Saunders. I want you to tune in to the new Weekend Edition, Saturdays and Sundays at 7 p.m., where we have a whole lot of new stuff for you. All right, so I'll give you a sneak preview. Boldly Bahamians, Sizzle Saturdays, Parliamentary Bench, just to name a few. So buckle up and get ready for the ride. Coming this fall, the new Weekend Edition. Stay close.
Only the sun covers the Bahamas better. The world is changing. It's bringing new challenges, but also new opportunities. The truth is, our economy always left too many Bahamians out. Now we're opening new doors in agriculture, tourism, energy, entrepreneurship, providing grants, scholarships, national service, and upskilling. A new generation is rising, and we're finally moving in the right direction, building an economy that includes everyone.
The thought of colon cancer never really crossed my mind until 2019, when a very good friend of mine was diagnosed with stage 4 colon cancer. I was shocked. Everybody was shocked because he was a picture of perfect health. He was young, athletic, successful, and full of life. Many of us are still in disbelief. I started to question my own health because if it happened to him, surely it could happen to me. Then came the fear, the anxiety, and everything else in between. Facing your own mortality is very sobering. But for me, I decided right then to have a colonoscopy, and I'm glad I did.
Colon cancer is the third most common cancer diagnosed in Bahamian men and women. Fortunately, almost all colon cancers are preventable. A colonoscopy or some other appropriate form of colon cancer screening is recommended for everyone over the age of 45. During a colonoscopy, we can detect and remove colon polyps that may grow and later become colon cancers. Don't wait until you develop symptoms, such as blood in your stool, abdominal pain, a significant change in your bowel habits, or unintentional weight loss. These may all be indications of a severe problem that requires immediate attention. If you're over the age of 45 or have any of those symptoms, talk to your doctor about the benefits of colon cancer screening today.
It's time now for a weather check with Diane Dorset. Good evening, Diane.
Good evening. Looking at our satellite picture, we see mostly clear skies as high pressure is now firmly in control of our weather. But that's only for a few more days, rather. By late Sunday, things begin to change with the arrival of a cold front. This will lead to increasing moisture and a higher chance of showers early next week. Now let's take a quick check on temperatures around the Family Islands. In the Northwest Bahamas, it's 80 degrees in Freeport City, Green, Turtle Key, and Alistown, Bimini. 81 in Marsh Harbor, Abaco, and Pollux Harbor. 82 in Andros, 81 in Harbor Island, 82 in Roxton, Eleuthera, and Block Point, Exuma, 81 degrees in Arthurstown, Cat Island, San Salvador, and Rum Key, 83 in Georgetown, Exuma, and for our southernmost islands. It's 82 degrees in Ragged Island, Clarencetown, and Crooked Island, 81 in Betsy Bay and Auckland, 80 in Matthewtown, Inagua, and for the Turks and Caicos Islands, 81 degrees. Tonight, you can expect mainly clear skies with a low of 70 degrees, and for tomorrow, partly sunny and a high of 85. Now, over the next 7 days, expect a good amount of sunshine and dry conditions with mild nights from tonight through Sunday. On Sunday, we'll get a gusty breeze and things starting to feel more humid with the arrival of the cold front. By Monday and Tuesday, clouds will increase, bringing with them showers and isolated thunderstorms over the area. Then, depending on the placement of the front, we're expecting some showers following in the days ahead. We'll wrap up our 7 days, hitting our first 90 degrees for the season. That's your late night look at weather. Have a good night.
Well, that does it for the Bahamas tonight at 11. Thank you for continuing to make ZNS your first choice for news and information. Thank you for watching, and good night.